Welcome back. We have now owned this Mercedes-Benz EQS 580 sedan for 14 months. And today I'm going to talk about 4 topics with you. 2 that have people very upset and complaining, and 2 that are things I really enjoy about the car. But first, we cover our mileage and expenses. As of today, I have now driven this car 14,460 miles, and to get that entire distance, I have only had to pay $457. And I'm really happy about that. That has really saved me a lot of money. In fact, it saved me over $2,400 so far over premium gas, which I would have to buy. The 2 topics I'm going to talk about that are about people complaining is how the cold weather is dramatically impacting electric vehicles, and then how the brake pedal pushes itself down when you're using regeneration and how that's hard to get used to. The things I'm going to talk about that I enjoy are the apps menu. Mercedes-Benz has an entire collection of things you can do with this car that aren't on the surface. And so we're going to kind of explore that. Then we're going to go over the New Year's Day graphic goodies and share that with you because it's something I just really enjoy. We're going to start with the one that is all across the news right now, and that's how the cold is dramatically impacting electric vehicles and how people get stuck and they can't move them, and how electric vehicles are terrible in the cold, and really a lot of alarmism is going on across the country. I want to kind of temper what's being reported in the news and what friends are probably telling you with reality of an EQS specifically. The EQS has a 108 kilowatt hour battery to it. And so for you to run out of energy, you have to not be paying attention. The guys at Out of Specs did a test in minus 10 degree weather this last week just to prove that the challenges people are having aren't because of the batteries. The guy sat in his car for an hour and had the standard things running in a car that had been warmed up, and he only used 3 kilowatt hours in an hour of sitting in the car in minus 10 degrees weather. He then took an older Tesla and started it cold and ran things that he might be doing all the time with the heater and warming up the battery and stuff. And during that hour of usage, where he was really kind of pushing the energy use, he only used 8 kilowatt hours. So you take an 8 kilowatt hour usage in a car with a 100 kilowatt battery, you're talking at least 10 to 12 hours of use. I'm going to show you that when I was charging my car in preparation for this talk, I went ahead and set my car to charge the other night when it's mid-20s, low 30s. I said to go ahead and charge all the way up to 100% just so I could show you what the car said my mileage would be on a full charge. I normally only keep to 80%, but this time to show you I went up to 100. Now, the funny thing is, it was charging up so fast, I had to pause it. And between when I paused it and when I started again, the car's range jumped 60 miles. I was charging at 98%. It said it had roughly 260 miles of range. And when I started up again and got to 99%, it said I had over 300 miles of range. And so electric ranges are a fickle thing. You need to plan for it not to be as good as you thought it was going to be. So if it is good, then you're satisfied. But I used my pre-entry that morning. I used my pre-entry last night. I used my pre-entry this morning. And I have driven 48 miles since I fully charged up to 100%. And I'm already down to 74%. So I've gone down 25% in just 48 miles of driving. So I will tell you that while there are challenges for owning an electric vehicle in extreme cold weather, they are not challenges that cannot be overcome. And all of those who are screaming that electric vehicles shouldn't be owned in the cold weather really are just sensationalizing the problem, and they're not thinking analytically about how things are going. So bottom line, the EQS does face some challenges in extreme cold, but an owner of an EQS should understand that going in and make some preparations to be prepared for that. The second topic I'm going to discuss today that people complain about is one I've heard since before I got the car, and I didn't know exactly how to show you because I don't like holding my phone while I'm driving, but I decided to make a quick short video demonstrating that when you're driving and you go into the strong recuperation, the brake pedal goes down for you to the point where you would have been doing it had you been pushing the brake. And a lot of people don't like it. A lot of people complain about it. And I will tell you that when I'm driving, the way I position my feet, it has never bothered me. I will simply put my foot over, feel where the pedal is, and apply from there. Practically speaking, I have never once started going to use the brake pedal and thought, oh goodness, where's the pedal? I can't find it. Oh, I have to stretch so far. Woe is me. It just isn't the case. Our third topic this month is the App Store. It's found here on your home screen. You simply find the word apps, and your menu may be different looking than mine because I have positioned mine where I want them. And here on the app screen, there's a bunch of applications that may not be something you use every time you drive, but they're helpful and friendly. Now, I've got a dash cam installed in my car, so this gives me the chance to set it up, turn on and off recordings. I have the gallery. This provides me 2-minute segments of what my dash cam has recorded. The browser is your web browser. The speed isn't always great, but we have watched some shows with my grandson. Next is weather, which I do use from time to time. And it tells you the current temperature outside, and you can look forward 48 hours to see how things are going to go. And you can hit location and figure out what weather's going to be like in the future somewhere else. And then you have a bunch of games. Sudoku, Match 3, which I've talked about before, Pairs, which is a memory game, Tetris, Shuffle Puck, which I've talked about before, a fun game, and Quiz, a trivia quiz, lots of fun there. And then on the second screen, you have useful things. You have your Valet, your beginner, licensing information for the software, your Hey Mercedes information, and then your Mercedes Me app. There's so many fun options to you that it's worth your time looking into. Also, something I haven't discussed before, under settings, under system, I believe, yes, under displays, you have passenger screen decorative image. I currently have one that I've chosen on the Mercedes-Me app on my phone, but if that's not the one you want, if you've done one of those, you don't want it anymore, you still have all of the original screens available to you that you can choose, and the passenger screen will go to. The fourth topic of the month, the graphic goodies.
Hello, Chief.
So the New Year's goodies, you have the little decorations down there, and pretty much with the fireworks, everywhere you go, the thing you highlight will have some decorations there, highlighting the fact that today's a special day, being the new year. So that's it. We will talk to you again next month. Until then, make it a great day.